Don't pass out. The call, Friday, 10:49 p.m. 26 Charlie, sick person, passed out, throwing up, possible ETOH, alcohol. 49-year-old female, 3799 Las Vegas Boulevard, MGM, entrance 5. Nobody has more entrances than the MGM Hotel, and our company does not have any type of cohesive current documentation. We use the same map book the fire department uses, which tells us exactly where the nearest fire hydrant is, but not what we need to know in the way of hotel entrances. Fortunately, security is usually waiting to direct us in. Posting for the strip is 310, 31 Ocean, and is supposed to be south of Tropicana. But the MGM, which is on the northeast corner, has a little access side street on the west side of the hotel, which lets us pull right up to the crowds of people walking on the strip. We would park so deep into the 6 wide crowds of people, they would have to thin down to just 2 wide to scoot by us, or they'd have to step in the busy street to avoid us. We did that so we could more carefully inspect you. We weren't supposed to do that. We weren't supposed to park there per MGM. We weren't supposed to park there per posting guidelines. But it's the best people watching post in all of Las Vegas, and when supervisors Brian, Chris, or Doug would come by to scold us for posting there, they weren't in any rush to drive off either, especially during bikini season, the summer. They would stare, drool, accidentally blast the siren, and make dirty, nasty, pussy-licking comments just like everybody else did. That's leadership by example. So this call was at the MGM, where we were already people watching. It was literally at the door where we were already parked. So I just got out, cleared a path for Dex to back up 50 feet, and security was amazed to find us there, waiting for them. Usually they wave us down, flapping their arms and shining their flashlights in our eyes like we can't see them through our giant front windshield. Fortunately, I have run enough MGM calls to know which entrance is which. It was a short trip through the hotel to get to the patient, and wow, this chick's Friday ended early. It's not even 11, and she is passed the fuck out. Heart rate 68, blood pressure 112/68, respiratory rate 10, blood sugar 112, temp 98. She is not alert or oriented, barely responds to a painful nail bed stimulus. No sternal rubs for females. And the only thing keeping her from falling on the floor was the friction of her face stuck against the slot machine. Security was standing there, securing the situation, and apparently she won some money because they handed me an envelope full of cash after we loaded her onto the gurney. We waited to cancel the fire department until they showed up. Ha ha, just wanted to make them work. We sat the gurney up so our patient wouldn't choke on her vomit, which they usually do twice during transport. Vomit, not choke. We put a nasal cannula nose hose over her ears, into her nose, and secured it to the bottle so it looked like we were giving her oxygen, but we never actually turned it on. Changing the tank is a pain. We covered her with a sheet, neatly tucked it around her, then poked a hole in a red bio bag and hung it around her neck before starting the long journey through the hotel and back to the ambulance. And there it is. She was throwing up right on schedule. With the bag around her neck, all I have to do is hold up the front of it, and when her stomach muscles contract to expel the poison, it automatically pulls her forward and face first into the bag. That way, everything ends up in the bag and her hair, woo, sexy, and none of it in my rig, which is the important thing to remember. I started an IV, locked it, filled out the paperwork, and that was that. We got to the hospital, transferred her, heart rate 72, blood pressure 110/64, respiratory rate 12, and when she puked again, the nurse just pulled up the bag, smiled, and mouthed the words, "Thank you," to me. I turned the purse with her winnings in it over to security. I didn't want any money to get stolen from that envelope almost full of cash. We cleared the hospital 854 and that much richer for the experience. Don't pass out.